I mean, this is Isaiah chapter 49, verse 11. It's like verse 10. They shall not hunger nor thirst, neither shall he eat, neither shall the heat nor sun smite them.
Exactly. So I ain't talking about you actually, we ain't never going to get hungry no more, or the sun ain't finna be out. What it means is we're going to be spiritually totally satisfied when we're going in that kingdom of heaven. Right, Reed?
Hey man, that goes for that damn nigga that just walked by, man. It says neither shall the what does it say? It says neither shall the heat nor sun smite you, man. Alright? The sun ain't no damn God.
Yeah, they're worshiping the sun, man. They don't understand that that's some damn
child. Creation of God.
Yeah, that's a creation of God. Yeah, see, this is what they don't realize. When you look into the sky at night and you see all them stars, they're suns to their various solar systems. Right. So how is the sun God, but there's a million of them? All you gotta do is look up and see it. Right. That's that they're illogical. You see what I'm saying? They just go outside, they look up, oh, the sun, that gotta be God. It's the
brightest thing that they can see. Yeah.
That's like the little chicken. The little chicken, the first thing he see, that's everybody see, that's his mom. Mom, because that's the first thing he see, man. That's retarded, man. And once you really get into the science of it, see, them dudes, they can't deal with the science. Because I can tell them, well, look, what if the sun ain't the center of the universe? Them dudes don't know what to do. But I'll tell you this, they can't prove that the sun is the center of the universe. There's been no scientific experiment that's ever been conducted that can prove the sun is the center of the universe. That's a hypothesis.
It can be the center of the universe. How many suns do the Milky Way have?
That's a great question.
Not only that, if the sun is rotating around the earth, is that true?
Well, I would say that the earth is the center of the universe, right? Now, there's a lot of science that goes into proving that. But here's the thing, right? Them Egyptian dudes, they be dealing with the constellations, right? But they deal with the constellations how the Egyptians mapped it out 2,500 years ago, right? Now, if what they're saying is true and the sun is the center of the universe, all them constellations is out the window. None of them is in the same place they was 2,500 years ago. They all been moving. They all been moving, right? That's why they say it's 13 horoscopes now, because it's all been moving. See, what shows that, okay, if y'all following that science, then that science is imperfect. Why you gonna follow it knowing that it's obsolete basically at this point? You see what I'm saying? But see, they just want to get into it because basically when you get into that stuff, you ain't got to get disciplined. You can still go to do, if you want to still sell crack to your people, or you want to still eat whatever you want to eat, you want to still be having sex with the next man, woman, and all that stuff, you can do that if you into that philosophy. There's no law in that philosophy that tells you that that's wrong. If you want to be a homosexual in that philosophy, you can do it. But see, when you start dealing with the scriptures and stuff like that, there's a lot of things that you got to let go.
Well, that's where there is no law, there is no sin. But where there's law, then there's got to be sin. Because if you're going to transgress against what the rules are saying, you're going this way and everybody else is going that way. It's just like the salmon going upstream.
Yeah, exactly. You going against the grain. There's got to be, a man got to have a law. Man got to have a code. That's why in the street niggas done develop their own code. There's got to be some type of code. But as we see in the street, niggas go against the code every day. So niggas is hell-bent on breaking this. I just want to go against the code. I just want to go against the grain. That's what niggas love to do, man. And that's the problem. You got to get into a discipline and you got to really settle into it, man. And really, like you say, go with the flow, man. Because in all actuality, the laws that the Lord gave us in the Bible, right? All of them, not just the 10 Commandments, all the commandments, they keep, if we would follow them, we would thrive, man. You know what I'm saying? We would thrive economically, spiritually, every health. Our health would be better. All of that.
My teachers taught me that the first man that was created was black.
Oh, that's right.
So Satan was against the black man all along.
Hey. Satan's number one thing is to destroy that black man.
Yeah, because God created him first. That's what mankind came from. So that's what kept me from having so much evilness.
You need to tell time by your darkness, bro. Your time is told, not from this life. Your time don't start at noon. It doesn't start at 6 in the morning.
It starts at evening.
It starts at 12:01 midnight. That's the beginning of your day.
See, and that's the thing. In the scriptures, it tell you, because you know they ain't had a clock like they have now with the 12 midnight, but it tell you as soon as the sun go down, that's when the day starts.
Right.
When it's at evening,
right.
When that sun go down. So that's how we deal with the calendar. So when we going to keep our Sabbath, our holy day, when the sun go down, that's when it starts. The day is really not. But see, this is what it say. The scriptures say the turning of things upside down, right? everything in this damn world is upside down.
What he should.
So now, when people think it's God, they think of this homosexual cracker right here. You see what I'm saying? Because it's turned upside down. You see what I'm saying? But who did that? Satan. Satan been working, man. And who is Satan's #1 agent on the earth? The white man. Because he's easy susceptible. Because the white man, when you go into the science of the white man, he a parasite in nature. Because he know that when you deal with his biology, he's not fit to live on the earth for too long. His biology is against the earth. His number one enemy is the sun. #1 enemy is the sun. He can't stand in the sun, right? He don't got the melanin. He don't got the complexion for the protection, as they say. Right? He don't got it. So he got to be a parasite. He got to leech off of people. And he got to try to destroy people. That's what a parasite do. It hop on a host and it suck the life out of that host. The white man got to do that because he's not fit. You know, he especially the melanated host. The black man, he got to hop and he got to try to suck us dry for everything that we got because he don't got nothing and he don't got no history. His history is a damn cave somewhere. You see what I'm saying? So that's why he's so proud and he want to talk all this shit like we ain't got no history. Motherfucker, you ain't got no history. And all the history that you got, you stole from us in the damn first place. I can show, see, people, I blow people's mind. You show the paintings of the original Nicene Council when they created the Catholic religion, which we don't deal with the Catholic religion, that's wicked. But when they created it, it was all black people that were sitting up in that council. Every single face of that jet black in there, man. I can show the paintings. You see what I'm saying? Well, no, this cracker wasn't up in there. It went to the 1400s, these motherfuckers started coming along. You know, even that Last Supper, all the original images of Christ, all the saints, everything, is jet black faces. Then all of a sudden, here comes this cracker with something called the Renaissance. You know about the Renaissance? Yeah. We're going to paint a bunch of white images.
Yeah, and they steadily keeping everything locked away, sealed up until they can finish spray painting and taking the sandblasting, change this face off of that,
putting that acetone on there. All that. Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely right, brother. That's what they do.
Man, if we can get the knowledge out to folks, man, in a way where they can absorb it, everything was sorted.
And that's what we trying to do. We come out here, boom, but we doing other things too to reach other brothers who might, because certain brothers, they intimidated to being out here on the streets. Because they scared of that white man, or they scared what somebody gonna think. So boom, you reach them on a personal level first, and come on out. They warm up to it, boom, they start coming on out. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny? You got dudes like the brother that just walked by, man. If he ain't really about his people, man, he just out here trying to look good, man. Because if he was really about us, he would have stopped and corrected us for what we out here doing.
Yeah, if we doing something wrong,
if we thought we was wrong. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
That's why I started, because I saw my brother here, man, and I know what he represents, I know what I represent, I know what I learned. But at the same time, I passed by you brothers the other day. Y'all had a recorder going that day.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was a personal thing, so I kept walking.
Yeah.
So I'm up on it.
So I started the same way.
Yeah. You listen from a distance, and the brother started coming up. Yeah.
And I said one day I came over there.
See, but what that dude came up here, before you came up here, was talking about, he trying to say, oh, the devil is within you. Okay, we all got evil inside us, that's true. But that don't mean that that we all Satan on the inside, you know what I'm saying?
Brother, let me say, honestly, everything under the sun, everything within it, everything that God ever created, you understand? It has part and parcel of it in it. You know what I mean? This is the Lord's creation. This is his gift of life, or his breath of life, which is a gift to you. That's why it's called the present. Yeah. The present. This is your present. You understand? And that's where it stands at. So yeah, you have that potential to change the quality.
Yeah, exactly.
You have that potential.
You do. Yeah, all day.
You have that goodness.
You got wicked. Of all people, you got all people that's wicked as hell. That's true.
You have that.
You know what I'm saying? But but at the same time, we got
even
that godly.
The devil is spread. Even the devil is he misleads you, not through evil, but he misleads you through kindness. You understand? Through
that's true, and that's what we were saying.
To convince you that he don't even exist.
That's what I was just about to say. His Satan or the devil's what would we say positive qualities is only for their balance is for the downfall of the earth. Our balance, between good and evil is only for the upliftment, because we'll do some things like, kill off a homosexual, kill off an adulterer. That's only to put wickedness away from, or to put wickedness away from, the people. You see what I'm saying? And to put it out there that things like that is not acceptable and things like that is not right. So those are the type of
Making
evils
an
that you would do.
example
Yeah, you make an example. Those are the type of evils that you do for the upliftment of things. Like this brother said, he'll kill you with kindness and lure you in for your own destruction. You know, see what I'm saying? Not for your benefit.
He'll show you the wide path.
Yes.
The wide path. Have fun. Do what you do. Go do your thing, man.
Exactly.
You know, the wide
Exactly.
path, man.
That's where the United States, man, is probably one of the last grounds where when destruction starts to hit us over here, people are going to understand, man, that God's word is true.
Exactly.
You know, man, this homosexuality, just letting people marry into all kinds of ways,
It's
doing
something
this
that
evil
is
stuff. That's our condemnation.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what we're about to condemn.
They gonna get it, man. You know, but like I said, that's the reason we come out here, man. You got things like that this is your history, this is that and the rest. So why don't you stop us, man, and condemn us? If me and this brother or any of these brothers walking down the street and seen something like that, we would have stopped, gave ear to it, see what they were talking about. We didn't agree with it, then we give our point instead of walking by, blurting out something, stupid, and then having to have one of the other dudes come back, and state it whatever. You see what I'm saying? Because the only thing that the science says is that Jesus looks like that man that walked by. Jesus looks like you. Simple. Oh, Jesus is a Negro.
He wasn't a rich man. He didn't have a house. You understand?
Exactly.
He was a homeless man in ragtag clothes. Understand me? Understand that first of all.
Right.
And he didn't have a house. He had everything he had because he was in his kingdom. His kingdom was right here. And that's where he brought from.
This is Matthew chapter 13, verse 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? Verse 11, he answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. Now when you jump to the book of John, the 10th chapter, John the 10th chapter, I'm going to start at verse 13. It says, The hireling fleeth, but he is an hireling and careth not for the sheep. I am the good shepherd, who we know is, who the world ignorantly calls Christ, is that good shepherd. It says, I am the good shepherd and know my sheep, and am known of mine. You see what I'm saying? So those that are the Lord's, basically the people in the sign, 1/3 of the people in the sign, because the scripture talk about 2/3 of the nation being killed off. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna know who the Lord is, and they're gonna understand the mysteries of the scriptures, because those are the things that are committed unto them. All right, it's given to them to notice the mysteries and the breakdowns of the prophecies of who these people are going to be, individually. That's why we come to the understanding that the tribe of Judah, the Negroes, Levites, the Haitians, Benjamins, the Jamaicans, things of that nature. It's just all through the spirit. And also constant diligence and study. Scripture says study to show yourself approved. So through that, studying, because people think this book of a book of religion, man. It's just all a book of law, statutes, commandments, history, and prophecy. Exactly.
Respect to our Creator.
Because you have, civil laws, you have dietary laws, and with that, like I said, it's also history. You see what I'm saying? So the only thing we do is we take the history of the scriptures and compare it to a lot of the history that's, given to us. And also a lot of history that's not given to us, things that we have to go out, and figure out ourselves.
So y'all mission is the truth of the word.
Strictly the truth. The truth in its entirety. The main mysteries, that we come out and we constantly going into. This is Romans chapter 11, verse 25.
That's right.
It says, For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness of part has happened to Israel, and to the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. Now, a lot of people understand that the Gentiles is the other nations outside of Israel, but in the New Testament, you got your Paul, Peter, James, and all the rest of the apostles were going out to speak unto the Gentiles, not being the other nations, but the Gentiles that were discontinued from Israel and that were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. The Lord came back to die for Israel and sent his apostles out to go and gather those back unto Israel, those Israelites, because they were out living amongst other heathens, being heathens, believing that they were heathens. The same way we look at each other, look at ourselves nowadays, and we look at ourselves as African Americans, Mexicans, people on, that side of the sign. But on the left side of the sign, those are true nationalities. So we're out here being Negroes, West Indians, all the way down to the Mexicans, and considering ourselves to be that, and living those lifestyles. You see what I'm saying?
So then you're saying that the 12 tribes were the original, not the 12 tribes were the people that were what were blessed to carry on, and that were born of the ancients, and then, like say, Hagar had Ishmael, and Ishmael went on to have so many kids
and whatnot. But see, the blessing didn't, basically the blessing didn't go through Ishmael. The blessing went through Isaac. You know what I'm saying? And then on the Jacob. So then Jacob had 12 sons. And his 12 sons birthed everybody, you know, on this right side of the sun.
Okay, that's what I was.
But basically through our wickedness and disobedience, after the Lord led us out of Egypt, He gave us a covenant. He said, if you follow this covenant, I'll bless you, and if you disobey the covenant or the law, statutes, and commandments that I give you, I'll bring a curse upon you. One of those curses was being, taken into captivity amongst all of these other nations and empires. One being the Assyrian Empire, the Babylonian Empire, on through the Roman Empire and coming on down here to the Americas, right? Which mainly our people is in North, Central, and South America. That's the main part of geographically where we're located today. But we also have, like you said, remnants throughout the four corners of the earth. You'll find this pretty much everywhere.
Let me ask you one other question. When the Ethiopians went up the Nile into Egypt, as they were traveling, what were they doing in that direction towards Egypt?
Honestly, I'm not too sure, to be honest.
What did he say, bro?
He said when the Ethiopians were traveling up the Nile, what were they doing going up towards Egypt?
All like that. Because when you deal with Cush like the Ethiopians is the ones that gave Egypt all its game. Egypt ain't nothing without Cush.
That's the answer.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was asking.
So that was putting them on up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was my question, because there were actually some other buildings.
It's very racist. You're right.
There were other buildings that were established, like all the pyramids that were older than the ones.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
Because there was a study that was done where they showed that the Ethiopians had actually civilization.
Hey, I can see how crazy it is. I never knew that it was that big that like people don't think that there's a problem with him being, as the bro says, iconoclast. Iconoclast. They don't find a fault with it. They don't think that people, not that they don't think, but I don't think they grasp the concept that that's been enslaved on people. Like that's what, you feel me, got our people. They don't. That's what it is. Like bro said, they don't care.
What were we just going into earlier, man? Basically, how matter of fact, I want to get that because bro brought it out, man. And I used to bring that out all the time. Basically, it says we made a covenant with death, man. At hell, we are at agreement. You see what I'm saying? We okay with being the lowest of the low, because in actuality, if we were to really come back unto being Egyptians and all of that shit, what is that gonna do for us, man? I say that all the time. What is that gonna do for us?
He just fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. The thing about it is that it's gonna. Okay, let's just say that it brings us all together. It brings us all together to do what? You see what I'm saying? It doesn't do anything. And in the land of Egypt, or being an ancient Egyptian, or being descendants of Egyptians, we're not promised a savior. We're not promised deliverance out of this captivity. We're not promised the restoration of the earth, the air, and the waters. You see what I'm saying? I was just in there watching some shit last night, on how Walmart comes into, basically the Negro, Latin, Native American communities, man, and shutting down all your businesses. You see all your mom and pop stores. You see what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, they going to Crackerstown too. But they're going, that's just the elites. That's Satan being divided against Satan. And that's why, their kingdom is not going to be able to, it's not going to be able to withhold, even if the Lord wasn't coming back, man. They still won't be able to, withhold it. Let me get that real quick. Because this is something that I used to bring all the time.
Right now, the very fact of who settled what, who created what. And that's why I was wondering what the teachings were going with you guys. Y'all was putting it out to where black awareness is something that we need to be up on. We need to be up on where we came from and who are what we were leaders, builders, conquerors, warriors, the chariots.
Yeah, all that, yeah.
That's right.
On the wheel.
Hey, I remember when you told me about that Bell and the Dragon? Okay, remember how
Oh yeah, Bell and the Dragon. Yeah.
Okay, so you remember, okay, who was it? Was that Babylon?
Yeah, it was Babylon.
Okay. Because man, I was trying to link to see, okay, what he was talking about, what was they doing? And I remember you telling me, you feel me, the Babylonians out there catching big ass,
Yeah, the Babylonians was all in Africa getting all type of stuff.
getting all kinds of fucking monsters and shit.
So that's where they got the dragon and brought it back with what they call the dragon, which they identify as could be one of various
It just like expands out from the middle.
Isaiah 28, I'm going to start at 14. Wherefore hear the word of the Lord, ye scornful men. And that's what that dude was coming up, man. He was a scornful dude, man. All right? Come up just talking shit, making his dumbass comments and going up the block. You see what I'm saying? And then when he comes back and we confront the brother, he ain't got nothing, nothing to say to us. He sounds dumb. He's just giving us a whole bunch of random facts and doting about questions. Matter of fact, let me get that too. What's the point of asking a whole bunch of dumbass questions that you think is gonna, get us caught up, and then when we have answer for them, now you don't have anything to give back.
Well,
He done sat up there
his heart wasn't in the right place.
Of course, man. That's what I said. If his heart was in the right place, he would have came up, heard what we had to say, and then corrected us. You see what I'm saying? In a more brotherly manner. Or, like you said, it didn't really have to be in a brotherly manner, because I know if I would have came up, I would have heard you and I state my case and you said something, I probably would have got a little belligerent too. But hey, it would have all been coming out of love. Like shit like that makes me mad.
How do we approach one? How do we approach one in a manner where there's teachings that has to be erect? You have to erect a listener and a teacher. Then you have to have those that are respectful for the listener. For the teacher, and then the listener can ask questions. But my point is if he was really true to nature, he would have said, "Excuse me, brothers, let us have a word of prayer first, so that these words that you see from my mouth won't offend you, and you won't offend me. We'll have an understanding of the word, where there won't be no discord. That way, that's what Jesus always said. You pray first."
Check this out. This is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 4. It says he is proud. I was definitely a proud dude, man. It says knowing nothing, but doting about questions and strife of words. Wherefore cometh envy, strife, railing, and evil summaries. That's the thing, man. He came up, with a whole bunch of just wickedness, man. Especially going, with his initial statement or, comment, "Oh, Jesus is a Negro." In a real belligerent, in a real ignorant manner. You see what I'm saying? Because if anything, if he didn't agree, you should have came up saying something about Jesus. Don't come up, "Oh, Jesus was a Negro." What? Basically, like I said, man, we telling you that, hey, let's put all things aside. If there ever was a Jesus or whatever, we can even get down on your level. He looked like you.
The biggest problem that he had was the statement that the white man is the devil.
That the white man is the devil.
He didn't have an issue with what we were talking about our people. He had an issue with putting the horns on one of them.
That's right.
And that's what's wrong with a lot of our people. They ain't even worried about it because they trying to save this damn devil. That's their damn problem.
Sure.
Yeah,
Right.
that's all it is. Because when the people of history started to travel throughout the continental world,
Yeah.
and they got around on boats mostly.
Yeah,
There was no airplanes, none of that. It was boats. So they sailed into different areas. Everybody that went into Africa always
That's
reported
what
that the
I'm
African people were nice, kind,
South
friendly.
Africa right there, right off the coast, and then what's this right off
And
here?
then that's where
Same thing
Southern
with the Native
America.
Americans when they got here.
You don't think prior to Columbus and them they was just taking trips back and forth? But no, of course. But people don't seem to get that. Like
Because they going on for the so-called white man. They going on for the so-called white man and that Western philosophy that the world was flat, man. And until they came over here and did this, then nobody was. Come on, man. You basically saying that on one instance you're saying that we was all kings and priests and royal come from royalty, but at the same time you're saying that we were stupid.
basically.
At the same time saying that we were stupid. That's the same thing I was sitting there telling this brother about, when he going into the debates, how they always come with 2-3 different premises that contradict each other. You see what I'm saying? On one end, salvation is open to everybody. But then on another end, you see what I'm saying? people have to then be converted into Israel. So basically, you're still saying that salvation is only going through Israel, but you have to just go and be converted unto them, a proselyte. Well, why can't you just be saved being you? Since salvation is open to everyone. Makes no sense, man. But this is what I was finna go into, man. Isaiah 28:14. Wherefore hear the word of the Lord, ye scornful men that rule this people which is in Jerusalem, man. You know what I mean? He's going back to back in the ancient days, you know, to our rulers that was doing the same thing. Verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, man. All right, he's going around here worshiping other gods. All right, that's punishable. But that's a punishment worthy of death. Okay. It says, and with hell are we at agreement? Because at the same time, what the fuck is us being descended, us acknowledging that we're descendants of Egyptians going to do for us? It's going to keep us in the same position that we're in now, man. All right, because being an Egyptian, we're not promised no savior, we're not promised no deliverance out of this captivity or nothing, man. Like I said, no restoration of the air, the earth, no nothing, man. You see what I'm saying? That's the bullshit that we're talking about. It says, when the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge. And that's what this brother was going, you know, was basically finna go into, you know, until it just became a big thing of madness, you know. He makes lies his refuge, and that's what he's content with. He's okay with going around telling people that, you know, we're Egyptians, when he has no proof and no background to prove that. You see what I'm saying? And we've been proving that, you know, us as, you know, being Israelites. You see what I'm saying? Over the past, 5-6 months. We really went into it and gave, you know, a substantial amount of evidence, and we just made it, you know, cut and dry.
Was that the teaching of the lost tribe of Israel?
Yeah. But I'm saying, you know, for the past, like I said, 5-6 months, you know, just basically over the last year, I'd say.
Going in more because they've been pushing us to bring out more evidence.
That's right.
You know, we're gonna rise to the occasion, and we're gonna produce the evidence that's, you know, things we.
Not only are we gonna.
We're not just out here crazy. We know what the hell it is we're talking about. You know, niggas might think we don't.
That's right.
But we know what it is we're talking about.
Not only do we bring out some.
That book describe us. It describe us to a T. Describe us to a fucking T. So tell me who else that is in that book.
Right, man. And not only do we bring out sufficient evidence, we bringing out evidence to show that what you're talking about is bullshit. You see what I'm saying? We're bringing out evidence that goes to show that what you're talking about is not adding up. You see what I'm saying, on all sides. Like we say, man, we take you into deep waters, man, and just drown you. You see what I'm saying? We hit you with real big, thunderous waves. You see what I'm saying? And you can't take it. It's like on Call of Duty. You feel like you all right, you know what I mean? Because you made it through the little first wave, that second wave come through, third wave. Hey, by the fourth, fifth wave, it's a whole bunch of punches coming at you. Bullets is flying, you know what I mean? You ain't got nothing to do but to wave that white flag, you know what I mean? Or get killed out here in this thing. Hey, and what happened to Polite? What happened to Sarah Shooting City? What happened to all these dudes out here? What's happening to your Hey, Bashir, you be the next one to go, man. All right, your Ali Muhammad's. These dudes out here dying, man. Spiritually, these dudes out here spiritually dying. It says, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. That's just basically the whole thing we're going into, man. Our people will rather, you know, believe that we're Egyptians. They'd rather just believe, you know, a whole bunch of bullshit rather than come back into the law, statutes, commandments that the Lord gave us. The prophecies that connect us to the scriptures are you know, plain. They're very simple. But our people just don't want to do it. Why? Because if we do come back into this thing, we can't be out here being faggots. We can't be out here fucking on another man's wife. We can't be out here eating all these abominable foods, man. We can't be out here doing all these, you know, selling dope. Our women can't be out here shaking their ass on TV. How the sun is being, you know, how the sun is God. You meaning to tell me that the sun rises and sets every day, man, on fucking schedule, and that's God? You meaning to tell me that the Most High is just predictable? You see what I'm saying? This dude being such a God, you mean to tell me that if we was able to reach the sun, somebody could sneak up on the sun, you feel me, catch you.
True.
You feel me? You could run up on you and catch you. You feel me? It's predictable. No. It make no sense. The sun can't break its course. And the only time that it did was when who was that, bro?
Most time made
it stay in his place. Who was that?
Yeah, that's in Joshua.
And then he said something about, what was he saying about goddesses, bro? Did I go back to that Book of Gates shit?
He was about to say the black woman is God. That's what he was saying.
What the fuck?
He had an
He said it was.
He had an unk. I knew there was a damn unk.
It was an
He said it was goddesses, man.
I only know bitches to rock unks. You know, I used to have a bitch that got an unk tatted on her arm. Remember, Letha had the fucking unk.
That's a sex cult.
It's a sex cult shit. That's
He
cold.
did say that, man. Before there were gods, there were goddesses.
There were goddesses.
So it was just a whole bunch of bitches around here. This is the type of shit our people like to do, man. This is Romans chapter 1, I'm going to start at 20. For the indivisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even the eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse.
Break that down, though.
No, but see, even then, that's going into, the sun. You see what I'm saying? The things created, the sun, are you see what I'm saying? Excuse me, the things that are created, one being the sun, all right? It has its natural course that it never breaks, all right? Except what? Through the commandment of the Lord, okay? Where the Lord commanded the sun to stay in its place.
That's right.
Okay? These are the things that are made evident through things that are seen, all right? If you meaning to tell me that this dude has to do the same thing every day, but he's the Most High God? It makes no sense. And like the brother just clearly point out, all the stars that we see at night is the sun in its own solar system. So that means there will be many of them out there. It makes no sense, man. You guys need another route, man. Take another route.
Because the sun ain't gonna get you nowhere.
The sun's not getting you nowhere, man. All right. Because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified Him not as the Most High. We had this thing, man, before. You see what I'm saying? We had this thing a long time ago. We decided to. Hey, man, don't forget that the so-called white man's a goddamn devil. Don't forget that.
Brought out the scripture of where it says not to worship a woman or signs or any fish.
That's what I'm saying. He's going off on the first commandment, man. That's worthy of death, man. You put the death and things like that.
And a lot of people.
Because that's the type of wickedness, man, you need to put out of the land.
Exactly. And see, no one understands. Like that's why we do that to this image right here. You gotta demoralize that shit, cause you feel me? My mom, my grandma, my aunties, they all believe that's who's coming back to save them. If they come back, if they think that's who's gonna come back to save them, then they're gonna fucking burn.
And that's the thing, and that's what they're looking for. So when you see this big, I ain't gonna say big, but when you see these black men out here, on the street preaching this truth, they don't acknowledge it because we have to look like him in order for them to, acknowledge that there's a Savior coming. If it's not a man like this preaching about a Savior, or if you're not telling them that this is the Savior that's coming, they don't want to listen. They count your truth as madness. It says, because when they knew the Most High, they glorify Him not as the Most High, neither were they thankful. Because you gotta understand, man, the Lord has led us out of captivities many times.
Egypt.
You see, and Egypt being one of them. Egypt being one of them. But guess what? We glorify Him not as the Most High. We turn around and said that we wanted to go back to Egypt. We turn around and said that we were Egyptians. You see what I'm saying? Things like that.
Walking around with his chains on and wearing this. What the hell was it? Hermes? Horus. I'm gonna go look that up.
It says, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Because guess what, man? Jake is the one that's creating all this bullshit Christianity. Going back to Catholicism. And through that was birthed, the Nation of Islam. Or being a Muslim. You see what I'm saying? And all of these other, ideologies and philosophies. Then guess what happens? You got all these other nations that takes it on. You see what I'm saying? And because Jake is the former of all things, and then we start to get caught up in and all of that shit. It's like we the creators of it. Other people take it, and then we it's like, man, we giving other people the credit. We over here putting all this work in just to give somebody else the credit, man.
Yeah.
We putting all this work in, you got Jake in there putting all this work into the churches just to turn around and give a so-called white man the credit, man. You see what I'm saying? Yahushua came down here as a black man, looked more like this image right here, for us to turn around and give this man the credit, man.
What looks more frightening?
And look, and how do you know what's the connection to that, to the concept of that and the so-called black man in America? Why? Because parents go out every year working hard, man. All right, to go and buy Christmas presents just to give all the credit to a fat white Santa Claus. That makes no sense. Why do y'all do that? Why do y'all do that? Y'all putting all the work in to give credit to somebody else, man. Mainly the so-called white man. Overtime, man.
You done put in overtime.
You done put yourself in debt for the following year hypocrites are going to get credit. This goddamn devil, man. I don't know why y'all do that. But that's indicative to the behavior of what Jake does, man. Jake creates stuff, and then they give all the credit to the so-called white man or any other heathen nation that takes on this practice, and turn around and tells you, no, we created this shit, man. No, this is my what? Wisdom with these wild words being spoken. Out, nigga, ain't that rockin'? Nah. This is my words. I wrote those rhymes.
You didn't rock him rhymes, you bite.
But Jake takes that, man, and they accept it. They say, fuck it, you know, hey, you can have it, man. All right. Verse 22, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. You see what I'm saying? Why, baby? Hey, Jake got bugged out. Jake got bugged out in their mind. Jake feel like I'm gonna go study up on this Kemet, man. I'm gonna go study up on the El Kebi line. I'm gonna go study up on Africa. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? You don't have no clear way. You're just a bunch of random facts. You're a Jeopardy contestant, man.
Some random shit.
You're a Jeopardy contestant. I have all of this knowledge, no wisdom. Neither do you have understanding, because you have no foundation. You have no measuring stick. This is why the scriptures are essential. Okay? It's prevalent. Come on, man. Verse 23, and change the glory of the Most High. It's like, and change the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like the corruptible man. And then that's what they do. They worship this man. They make flesh their arm. They become real carnal. You see what I'm saying? They become real carnal. For the most part, we can show you, we can connect all the dots for you, man. You know, for the most part. But on the other hand, you know, there are some things, you know, that requires faith and also patience, man. Because there's a lot of things that still have to be fulfilled.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But beforehand, before those things are fulfilled, guess what? Everything else has been fulfilled. Everything else has been fulfilled. So until that time comes, you know, it gives you a better feeling of waiting on it, on the other things that haven't been, you know, because of the things that have came to pass. Jake, you stop being so carnal, man. You know, it's not always about sight. Matter of fact, I wanted to get that. Romans the 8th chapter.
Sure.
It's Romans chapter 8, verse 24. For we are saved by hope. You see what I'm saying? That hope and that faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence things not seen, man. Like people say all the time, hey man, you can't see the wind, but you know it's there, man. You can feel it. You can, you know, you do know it's there, man. All right. It says hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why do he get hope for? If we could just see everything, if we could just see it, why do we even need the hope? We might as well just sit the fuck back and just wait.
Yeah.
Fuck. What type of shit your woman do, man? You call up, you know, text your woman, you call her on fire, hey babe, I'm on my way. Her motherfucking impatient ass, what she do? We got this thing called FaceTime now. Hey, I'm a FaceTime you. Babe, what's up? Where you at? You ain't even on your way yet. Let me see. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, look, I'm passing the goddamn 15 right now. Alright? Just got on the fucking 15. Leave me alone. Bye. That's the type of shit that they be on, man. Hey man, a lot of our people act like women. Okay? A lot of these gods or incorruptible gods that they've turned the Most High into are women. That's why this brother was coming up talking about, you know, there were goddesses before there was ever a god. Come on, man.
What kind of sense do that, man?
In Egypt. And I can show you in a historical document, being this Bible, all right, that the Egyptians, you know, acknowledged the Most High as being the true power man and the true Most High and the everlasting Most High. Okay, they acknowledge that. They had to acknowledge that. Okay, 25. But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it? Because like I said, the Lord has given us a balance. He given us a balance of carnal things, and He gives us a balance of partly carnal things, partly spiritual things. So the carnal things is, you know, all the prophecies that He showed us that is coming to pass. So with that, you know what? Damn, I feel much more comfortable waiting for the rest of the prophecies to come to pass because of the ones that I have seen. But the ones that haven't, guess what? I have faith that they will.
Okay. That's right.
I have faith that they will. Therefore, I'm coming out here every, week in and week out, man. Doing the Lord's bidding, doing the Lord's work, man. Bidding people to the marriage so that the rest of the prophecies can come, all right?
That's right.
I'm doing my part, man. All right? Going back, this is verse 23 still. And change the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like to corruptible man, and birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. You see what I'm saying? And what was one of the things that was on his chain? Horse, man. A bird. It's a fucking bird. How could that be the sun god? Why? Because he could look down. That's not the fucking sun. That shit don't make no sense. Like, you have the sun and then you have the bird, but the bird is the sun god. Why can't the sun be the sun god?
He's the bird, the phoenix.